ខ្ញុំសូមអញ្ជើញតំណាងក្រុមប្រឹក្សាផ្ដល់យោបល់ធុរកិច្ចអាស៊ានផ្ដល់របាយការណ៍សង្ខេបជូនថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំនៃបណ្ដាប្រទេសអាស៊ានសូមអញ្ជើញលោកអង្គការគិតមេ
Excellency សម្ដេចអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីដៃជូហ៊ុនសែន Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia and the chair of the 21st ASEAN Summit. His Majesty Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah, Excellency Head of States, Government of the ASEAN Member State, Excellency Dr. Surin Pitsawan, the Secretary General of ASEAN, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. In supporting building of the ASEAN economic community and strengthening the region public and private sectors partnership, ASEAN BAC is delighted to report to the ASEAN leaders the following activities and recommendations. 2012 ASEAN Business and Investment Summit, ASEAN BIS. This year marked the 9th year of the ASEAN BAC efforts in conducting the ASEAN BIS. We are very happy to report that the Council, in collaboration with the Ministry of Commerce of the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce, are currently hosting this event here in Phnom Penh. This summit is this year set the stage in highlighting the position of the ASEAN economic communities versus the global community. More than 900 delegates have congregated and are currently discussing the potential of renewable energy in ASEAN, inter-ASEAN connectivity and infrastructure development, way to create an opportunity for entrepreneurs and SME, the socialization of the ASEAN Comprehensive Investment Agreement, and further to promote good corporate governance in order to continue to promote ASEAN as an attractive destination for both trade and investment. We are very happy to report that the awarding of 2012 Business Award was successfully undertaken last night during the ASEAN Business Gala dinner. This year's award has identified a total of 26 admired enterprises for large corporations and SME in category of growth, employment, innovations, and corporate social responsibility. In 2011 and 2012, ASEAN BAC survey on ASEAN competitiveness, ASEAN BAC once again cooperate with Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policies, Graduate School of National University of Singapore in conducting the survey on ASEAN competitiveness. This survey aimed to track business sentiment toward the attractiveness of ASEAN to trade, investment, and the effectiveness of AEC blueprint implementation. Today, I would like to highlight to the leader of ASEAN some of the key points of 2011 and 2012 ASEAN BAC survey, which include the following 4 findings. 1. The ASEAN regional has a good prospects for attracting investment. 36.5% of business indicate ASEAN country as offering the best prospect worldwide. For their organization offshore, direct investment over 3 years horizon from 2011 to 2014. ASEAN overall attractiveness, influential business investment and decision. A significant of 39% of business consider the investment attractiveness of ASEAN as whole when in planning their investment in ASEAN countries. Over the next 3 years, This might suggest that ASEAN move to create a single market with a production base in gaining recognition. There is a clear gap between how business views the importance of AEC measure and their level of satisfaction. The area of implementation the business has identified as being among the at least satisfactory related to increased foreign equity participation. In these service sectors, consultations with business, development or enhance of national competitions, policy, and dissemination of information. Finding a critical area for SME development and internationalization. Business want to see ASEAN members government step up a few other areas related to networking and information disseminations. Financing was rated by business to be by far the most important across 17 government initiatives, followed by the promotion of SME innovations and creativity. However, the area that business across a number of ASEAN countries were at least satisfied with include platform to promote networking among SME. In ASEAN, business mission to other ASEAN countries. Information on opportunity from ASEAN and ASEAN Plus FTA and FTA related documents and information on SME service centers, non-bank funding availabilities, available technology for SME in ASEAN. In the hope to address the concern highlight, ASEAN BUT would like to draw the leader attention to 3 exciting projects that will be implemented in 2013. ASEAN Branding Project for SME. Many SME in Asia still feel out of touch with the concept of ASEAN and AEC as they so little positive gain for their day-to-day business operation. In 2013, ASEAN BUT hope to work closely together with ASEAN SME Working Group to conduct a serious capacity building workshop for SME. Developing SME, a newsletter to disseminate it via email and make better use of the ASEAN Trade and Investment Center. ASEAN BUT study on ASEAN Plus One FTA utilization. This project aims to take the issue faced by the private sectors utilizing ASEAN Plus One FTA with a view of contributing to the formulation of the regional comprehensive economic partnership. So far, there have been a few systematic, in-depth study on this issue. ASEAN BUT hope to build on these studies by collecting, analyzing the experience of the end user of FTA across all the ASEAN economic through serious depth interviews and focus group discussion with focus on trade facilitation that cover behind the border measures. In 2015, fast approaching, ASEAN BUT hope that 2013 survey, similar to previous 2 surveys, it can continue to provide useful feedback to policymakers on business assessment on ASEAN competitiveness for trade and investment and their satisfaction level with ASEAN economic community implementation. In conclusion, ASEAN BUT is firmly resolved to continue to strengthen its role as a primary channel for the gathering private sector's perspective for the ASEAN policy process. We undertake to devote sufficient resources to implementation of these 3 projects next year to ensure that the successful delivery on high quality output. We seek a strong endorsement from leaders on these projects, and we are looking forward to reporting the findings and policy recommendations to the leader at our dialogue session next year. With AEC scheduled for 2015, there is still a great deal of effort that needed to address equally by the government and the private sector of ASEAN. ASEAN believes that in this final year, the success of AEC can only be achieved if the commitment and the decision adopted and follow through with the political will of member states to promote them aggressively on national level. Once again, I would like to thank Samdech Akyak Mahasena Padai Daichu Hun Sen, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Chair of the 21st ASEAN Summit, His Majesty Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah, and Excellency Head of State, Government of ASEAN, Member State, for this opportunity and your kind attention. On behalf of ASEAN BAC, I wish Excellency a fruitful ASEAN Leaders Meeting in the day to come. ASEAN BAC would be pleased to further deliberate on the above and other concerns of the ASEAN government. Thank you very much. I see you received a charter agreement, Excellency. Is it good? And what is it to decorate? No problem. Cheerleader role.
Kalau ada masuk boleh, paling berdiri aja Pak. Sahabatnya saya dari siapa? Yes.
I see you receive the meaning. การดูเด็กต้องทำงานสุดยอดดูใจต้องในวันดูจริงอารมณ์เกินขนาดในวันเดินสุดวันในจอดสายนี้จงสายนี้ดีอะไรบ้างอะไรไงบ้างเมื่อใดใส่ได้ใดเดินสุดวันดูบ้านในใดนักเป็นน้ำนักบริวารมหาบริวารนะใครที่ได้พบจะมีที่ไหนจะไปที่ไหนก็ชอบสิ่งที่การจะทำบริวารมันเป็นการทำที่เป็นกลุ่มจุดติดบริวารเรื่องก่อนมันคือการจุดยืนของใดของหนึ่งจิตตาที่มันเรียนมันเป็นมาบริวารคือจุดน้องก็จะจุดสองเลยจู้ให้มีที่เราบอกที่ไปก่อนมาน้องหลายบ้านเราเยอะในที่ตาตะมุ้ยใครลูกที่ยุบน้องมาเปลี่ยนยินนั่งทำกรรมอาชีพ
ลิขิตนึงนะรีเจ็คนึงนะไงมันก็ลงตั้งถอยจนเลยถอยจนเงี้ยนะตักขึ้นมาเรียงแล้วมาช้าจังตักปีอะไรนี่คุณนายลูกไม้ลูกรักไปจิตนี่ยงเล่ถึงลงเรื่อง
มันลงเสียงที่กลุ่มก็เพื่อจะการการที่เรียนเข้าใช้อันงานระยะยาวโดยเฉพาะลงเสียงที่ตั้งก็คือสาย